Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today is a special day because I finally get to go pick up my 2022 boat. And it's kind of been a little bit of a secret because I have a brand new boat sponsor this year. Really excited about them, and I'm proud to announce that I'm back with Phoenix. I'm really excited. I ended up getting the 921 Elite. After doing a lot of research, that was the one I wanted to get to fish out of this year. And so we're going to go over to Winchester, Tennessee to go pick that up. We've got the camper on the truck. It's ready to go. We're actually filling up our front passenger side tire because we've got a big gash in it. I'm going to go down to the tire shop first, get that replaced, and then we're going to head over to the Phoenix Boats factory, pick up the boat. I'm really excited. So let's hop in the truck. I'll tell you a little bit about why I decided to go with Phoenix and why I decided to go with the 921 Elite. So let's hop in the truck, hit the road. All right, everybody, we're back on the road. We got that tire replaced. It was really needing to be replaced. By the time I got to the tire shop, I actually lost like 20 PSI on that thing. So you could actually hear it hissing. That's how bad it was. It had a shard of metal in it, and I'm just glad I didn't have a blowout, you know, with the camper and everything. But we got that taken care of. We got that replaced. One real quick tip that, you know, when I was there at the shop, it's something that I like to do just to make sure, you know, if you're getting one tire fixed, you might as well check the other ones, and you don't have to take them off the truck to be able to check them. I just use a spray bottle with some soapy water, Dawn dish soap or whatever, and spray that around the tires, especially around the stems, and look for the bubbles, you know. And if you've got bubbles, you know, emanating from the tire or the stem, you've got a slow leak. So that's just a way for you to test your tires yourself. You can do it at any time and find those leaks. And so I just wanted to do that because we got a long trip ahead of us to head to Sam Rayburn in Texas. So anyways, just a real quick tip from one road warrior to the next. And so let's talk about Phoenix, because that's what we're doing right now. We're heading to the factory. We've got a little over 25 minutes to get there. But I wanted to kind of discuss the reason why I switched back to Phoenix, because I actually had a Phoenix boat 4 or 5 years ago. And the reasons why I chose the 921 Elite over the other boats that they've got. But first off, let's talk about, you know, why the switch. And I'm going to be as honest as I can here. And this isn't going to be a video that, you know, is picking on Nitro. I actually enjoyed riding those boats. You know, I'm very thankful for the opportunities that they gave me over the last 3 years. So that's not the issue at all. But when I had the opportunity this year, or really the end of 2021, to look for another brand that I wanted to work with, if that's the route that I wanted to take, I kept on going back to Phoenix, you know, when I was looking at the pros and cons. And there was some very important factors for me that really leaned me towards going back to Phoenix. And really, it had to do with the fact that it's a company that I want to be with for a very long time, to have a long partnership, and also a boat platform that I can grow old with, you know, so to speak. I'm not getting any younger. So that kind of leads me into the first reason why I wanted to go back to Phoenix is because of the ride. I mean, and I'm going to, you know, throw it to some other people that don't really have any skin in the game, that will also tell you the same thing. But the Phoenix's ride is the best rough water ride I've ever been in a bass boat. There's no other bass boat on the market that I've been in personally. There may be one that I don't know about, but I haven't been in a boat that rides better than a Phoenix. Their hull design is just real special when it comes to big water. So that was a major reason, and don't take my word for it. You know, obviously you're probably just rolling your eyes, and of course you're going to say that they've got the best ride out there. But really, ask a cameraman on, you know, the MLF Pro Circuit, the BPT, the Elite Series, anybody that doesn't have any connection to the brands themselves, but only cares about the ride quality, that would probably have to be cameramen, because they are constantly out on these boats, and also marshals too. But the cameramen are the ones that really pay attention to that stuff, because you know they've got their equipment to worry about on top of just themselves. And I hear it from cameramen all the time that as soon as they get drawn with an angler that's in a Phoenix, it's like a huge weight is lifted off their shoulders, because they know it's going to be a good ride, or at least as good as it possibly can be. So ride quality is a big deal. Speed is a really big deal. You know, I haven't really been able to achieve 70 plus mile an hour speeds over the last several years fully loaded. So that's a big deal, and I fully expect to be able to do that with the 921 Elite. And then, you know, the family atmosphere of Phoenix is one of the biggest factors as well to the switch, because you know, when it comes to having a partnership with a company, you want to know that you're going to be with them for a long time. As long as you do a good job for them, they're not going to cut you. And you really can't say that with some of the really big corporate run boat brands out there, because you never know who you're going to be dealing with in 2 years, 10 years, wherever down the line that is. But with Phoenix, it's a really tight-knit family feel atmosphere to it. I know the people, they're all fishermen. They all know what professional anglers are dealing with, and also just fun fishermen. And you know, that's huge for me, having a personal relationship, not just with the brand, but with the people behind the brand, is a big deal. So that was another big deal. And also just the proximity. I live in Dayton, Tennessee. They're in Winchester, so me going to pick up a boat is not even a day drive. You know, it's only 2 hours. So that was also a big deal. And then I guess not finally, there's actually a couple more. Another reason was because we had the service trailers at these tournaments. So they got tournament support at the MLF Pro Circuit. They've also got the bonus money. They've got the best, contingency money, on the Pro Circuit. I can win $35,000 on top of my $100,000 if I win an event. And I think the same thing for the Toyota Series. So huge contingency money, and then also the fact that the resale value is really good too. I mean, Phoenix, they put so much effort into designing the boat right the first time, so they don't have to deal with so many warranty claims. Those are the primary reasons why I made the switch back to Phoenix. Again, I thank Nitro for the opportunity over the years, and I've made a lot of money out of those boats. But really, I had to come to a decision that was more long-lasting, something that was gonna last the length of my career. So that's the main reason. So let's talk a little bit about why I chose the 921 Elite. There wasn't a question. I wanted a 21-foot boat. I'm not getting any younger. The bigger the boat, the better it can handle, bigger water in general, and the better the storage. And so I'm a big fan of having one giant cavernous center locker, okay, instead of like sectioned off lockers. On the Z21 I just had, there was 3 of them. But I like that big cavernous one. I think I can organize it a whole lot better, and I don't feel like I have to like move around just to get into the different sections, So that kind of whittled it down to 2 different models. You have the 921 Elite and the 21 PHX. And then, the other ones, the 721 and the 921 Pro XP, those were because they had those sectioned off center, storage boxes, which some people prefer, but personally, I don't prefer that. Those were kind of off the table because of that reason. But the main reason why the 921 Elite was the one that I decided to order this year is because of the deck. The difference between the PHX and the Elite is about an inch taller deck. So it's got a raised deck on the front. For me, that's big because I'm flipping and pitching a lot, and you know, if I had really tall gunnels, I'm probably going to be hitting the side of the boat with my weight constantly, and that's just something that you know, I didn't want to deal with. So from what I understand, from what I heard from other anglers, you might compromise just a tiny bit of ride quality going from the PHX to the Elite, but it's so marginal. I mean, it's still, the ride quality is still so far and above everything else out there that it really wasn't a big deal for me. So that's the reason why, you know, the storage was really the main factor, and the raised deck was the main factor for choosing the 921 Elite. So overall, you know, I'm really excited to have this behind the truck here, and we are just right down the road. I can already start smelling that fiberglass resin. It's probably just me because we're still pretty far away, but we are almost there. Can't wait to show you guys the 2022 rig. All right, guys, here we go. Here is the 2022 rig right here. Check this out. Beautiful blue and kind of like black glitter color scheme. It looks pretty darn clean, man. Of course, we don't have any electronics on it yet, none of the console or the bow. We're gonna go to bassboatelectronics.com to do that after we get back from Rayburn. Unfortunately, I'm not gonna be able to fish out of this boat for the first event, but for the rest of the season, we will be ready. And I cannot wait to run this and to break it in as soon as I get back from Texas. But again, man, it looks pretty. Just a gorgeous boat. We're gonna be doing a full walk around of this boat in another video, so you're going to see all the little you know, add-ons that I've added onto it, and pretty much after we're finished with all the install work and everything, that's when we're going to do that video. But I cannot wait to get home with this. Got to drop it off at the wrap place right now, and so I'm going to do that, and then we got to hit the road to Texas tomorrow. So thank you guys for watching. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. If you have any questions or comments about the 921 Elite, make sure you drop those below, and I'm going to see you out in the water. Take care.